It is Marriage Boot Camp reality stars, lovers, and liars. And today we're talking all about sex. We're solving some old issues in some very interesting new positions. Get ready, it's gonna get dirty.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Talk dirty to me.
You like that?
Talk dirty to me.
Get a little old school for you.
Yeah. Talk dirty to me. That's a lot of dirty talk this week.
I know.
Or lack thereof.
Talk dirty to me. Are you ready to talk dirty?
Oh, we're gonna talk so dirty.
Oh,
Getting
I
my
like the
radio
red
voice
lights.
ready.
Yeah.
Red Light District.
I like it.
What's up, guys? I'm Zack Peter, and with me this week, lovely panelists, please introduce yourself.
What is going on, everybody? It is me, Jayla Roxx.
What's up, Buzz family? It's Byron K.
So it was a very spicy episode of Marriage Boot Camp this week. We played some Truth or Dare. We assumed some new positions that, were very tantric, and I haven't yet gotten to try yet.
Oh.
I don't know about the rest of you. And we also found out that some of our boot campers aren't getting it up. We're not having it on the regs, and that's an issue that we need to solve because as the therapist taught us this week, any issue that you're having in the bedroom is issues that you're having everywhere else. What were your initial thoughts, guys? Byron?
Man, we saw them basically just bust it wide open,
Mm-hmm.
emotionally and physically.
Well, when I saw it, I was happy that everybody was back. So Ernest is back, Polly D is back. We get like a refresher, so it's good to start over. And then I was a little turned on. Not like turned on. I was turned, like with a T, turned on.
So were you drinking while you were watching?
Listen, it's Sunday fun day. I was having a good old time.
Okay.
Couple of drinks, touching yourself.
Couple mimosas.
So the first exercise that we dove into was Truth or Dare. And we got pretty dirty. I mean, Kim was like really shouting it out. She was having a couple of them had a few fake orgasms. What were your thoughts, Jayla? Any truths that really shocked you?
Now, let me tell you, Truth or Dare is naturally like a dangerous sport, but sometimes I'm down for it. I'm down for a good Truth or Dare. So I would have to say like Aubrey was my favorite for Truth or Dare.
Aubrey's
She
fun.
was down. She was G. She was up for it. She's
They're
like, let me
fun.
go first. Pick me.
I feel like Des was also pretty down. She was just afraid of Chris, which was a very interesting dynamic this week.
Yeah.
Listen, Des needs a Polly D. That's what she needs.
Yes.
That would get her right.
Now that would be hot. But I mean, like, what about the Mile High Club? Aubrey did say she wants to do it on the plane.
Oh,
she wants to get
yeah.
up there. But I don't know about doing it in coach.
Who would you say of all the boot campers were the biggest freak this week?
Aubrey. I mean,
Aubrey.
she's like, I feel like she was disappointed when Polly said that anal's not fun. Because I feel like it's something that they've tried and he probably didn't like it, but she probably initiated it and loved it. So she kind of looked at him like this when he said that.
She's definitely, her freak factor is pretty high up there.
She's
And
a high 8 out of
feel
10.
Do you see what she posts on Instagram? She's very comfortable with her body.
She's thirst trapping.
Yeah, there you go, thirst trapping. That's
Yeah, she
Yeah,
be doing it
that's
for
the
the gram.
hashtag.
That's the
Hashtag thirst trapping.
NBC thirst trapping. No, but I feel like Des could really, she just needs somebody that can, bring out those fantasies in her.
Yes.
And Chris is definitely just not.
He's
giving it to her.
unseasoned. I say they need seasoning on their whole
They do
relationship.
need
They're
seasoning.
an unopened pack of raw ramen noodles, no seasoning, just water, no salt.
Yes.
It's
Chris is just so boring. He's so vanilla, and he doesn't know how to cater to his woman. It's more about what he wants, and she's like, I want you to talk dirty to me, and he's just like, no, that's not what you want.
But is that really a factor? Talking dirty to somebody? Because I don't want to hear too much of this.
Like I said, the first week.
Everybody has their own
'Cause
preference.
it's like a whole questionnaire. It's like, do you like this? Yes,
but
no,
Chris
maybe
wouldn't sound
so.
right saying it though. Chris is kind of like I say, he's a punk. First off, Chris is
Oh, wow.
He's like a nerdy frat boy from USC that just isn't
Well,
he needs to.
He used to get picked on. He got picked on in school. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's probably
Then
what
he became
was.
a bachelor.
Then he became a bachelor, and now he feels like he's big stuff.
Yeah.
To each
When
his
he's
own.
probably small stuff down.
He had, I feel like he has the most silent ego I've ever seen because he has an ego. We see that he has an ego, but it's so silent.
and he doesn't like. There's like zero acknowledgement of it. Like every time there's been an issue over the past 3 episodes with him, he always thinks it's somebody else just misunderstanding or misinterpreting.
I'm starting to realize I feel like he kind of meshes the least. Like you see all the guys hanging out. At the beginning of the episode, they were talking about Chris, and he was nowhere to be found. Like the girls all get together, including Des, but when the guys get together, I'm noticing Chris isn't around as much anymore.
Do you think it's because they don't like him, or do you think his ego is just too big to like mingle with common folk?
I feel like it's more so that he probably distances himself a little bit more, and I feel like they just don't really mesh like that. He doesn't fit in. Like we think of like, oh, the guys. Chris isn't the dude that you think of.
No, Chris is used to hanging out with people who wear Sperry's. Mm-hmm. They got the button-down shirts. They go golfing. They got the golfing. Their dad was Sue. You know, so it's kind of like it's a big culture shock to him being in the house for so many days. I would say 5 or 6 now. So he's ready to get out of there. He's ready to go golf with his friends and drink burrs.
But what are his friends like though? Who are his friends?
They're other white dudes just like him that like are just not in touch with reality.
They all wear Sperry's.
It's just one big circle jerk of mansplaining to each other.
Well, that's fun. So Chris, if you have that footage, let me see it.
Oh my God. What did you think of his answers about like having sex with pillows?
That was a lie.
Weak.
Right?
It was weak.
And I feel like that's just him. Like he's just limp in life.
Wow. That's a good way to put it.
If he's limp in life, let's check Chris's like phone, like search history.
Oh,
that's fun.
He's probably one of those guys that's like that was on Ashley Madison, you know, where they're like very vanilla on the outside, but like online, they're just like something completely different.
Isn't that like a pop-up when you click on the wrong thing, then that page pops up?
I don't know. I normally go to christianmingle.com and I don't know any of that Ashley Madison stuff. But it could be a possibility. Let's check Chris's search history.
Okay, I need you to weigh in. Hot or not, Kim's fake orgasm. Like, it made me feel very uncomfortable. It was like watching your grandma, like, just do things you don't need to know about.
Surprisingly hot.
Surprisingly hot.
Okay. I've been outruled. Okay.
It was a little dry at first. She had to get the pipes, you know, it was a little dusty at first.
She had to lube things up.
Yeah. But after a while, like maybe it was good editing, maybe 2 or 3 takes together. Yeah. But it was surprisingly hot.
I don't think Chris should have been her choice though. I think he was very uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
I feel like Chris is somebody who she would have went for like 40 years ago. Yeah. So that's wwhy she picked Chris.
Yeah. That's probably what Winn looked like 40 years ago.
There you go.
But we can't forget about Mama D. Oh my
First,
God.
Can we talk about their pronunciation of anal?
Anal.
And then she called it anus.
Yeah, I wouldn't do either one of those. It sounds fun. I don't know what it involves, but I'm down for it.
She had the best reaction when she had to go up and play. Jayla, do you want to mansplain this to us?
Well, I'm not going to mansplain it, but I think we do have a clip of Mama D imitating Ernest when they get intimate. Can we take a look at it? Oh, snap.
To see all this chocolate, these bones. Mama D. Oh, Lord.
She's a delight.
You go, girl.
She's a treat.
I love her.
Imitate your spouse when you make love.
That's a good one. This is what Ernest looks like.
Get in the moment.
The last thing I want to see is the face Ernest makes when he has sex. I don't need to see that.
It's big, ain't it? It's yours,
Oh my
baby.
goodness.
It's yours. It's yours. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't trying too fast.
She got into it.
Yeah, he did too. He was looking. He's like, I'm proud of her.
Dedicated to that performance. And
I'm here for this though. I don't know what this is.
I know she did all of that.
This.
She was doing like club moves.
That's when he picks her up for the back shots. He got.
See, now this explains why she was so thirsty for it when they first came in, and she wanted more of it. Because that's how we started the season. She's like, I'm not getting enough.
And he looks like he can give it to her. So he's a pretty big dude. He looks like he's been in jail. He's done. Whatever. You know, he can do what he needs to do.
I agree. I totally agree. But okay, so to close that one out, do we think dirty talk yay or dirty talk nay?
For Mama D?
Just in general, because I think everyone except for Chris definitely voted for dirty talk.
Of course.
I say dirty talk sometimes, only because it starts with Desiree. You don't expect him to talk dirty to you if you're dressed like Handmaid's Tale. You got to be dressed like a pussycat doll around your man, and she wants to get smacked around a couple of times or whatever. But she can't dress like the Avon lady. That's not sexy.
The Avon lady can get
spicy
smacked around too.
But that's not sexy dressing like that.
You don't got to be sexy to get. Okay.
Is Avon still a thing?
I don't know. Is it?
I feel like Avon had its moment.
Maybe.
I think it's time for
She's
some.
just there for the pink Mercedes Benz. So moving on.
The pink Mercedes Benz to spice up your life. And while you're looking to spice up your life, I think Mr. Byron K has a way y'all can spice up your content tonight.
Yes, like habaneros. So, Buzz family, our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder for television fans, but we need your help. We ask that you subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels, and by subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made specifically for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those annoying notifications that we all hate, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button right now for this channel, and also check out our other channels on YouTube. And once you do, let us know in the comments, and we'll shout you out right here on the air. But for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping AfterBuzz be the ESPN of TV talk.
That's right.
Yes, I love your church. Like, tell it. Oh,
Yes.
amen.
We were feeling it.
I love it. I love it.
The heat was rising. I was ready. I was like, Byron, preach to me right now.
Just a little
Go
bit.
subscribe.
Just a little.
Subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Hit the button.
This is the reality channel. So make sure
Yes.
you subscribe so you don't miss us every week. Okay, so after we did Truth or Dare, we then slid into a new segment or a new exercise called Assume the Position, where we had a big, wide wheel of fortune style with different
Kama
sex positions.
Sutra.
I was a little worried that some of our boot campers were a little too old to be assuming some of those positions because they were like very in depth. That was
They
like
were.
Yeah.
But
acrobatic
luckily,
style.
they knew their capabilities. They sat on the sex bench and was like, "We can do this, but we're gonna do this very horizontally." So I don't blame them. I'm a lazy fun time.
Proof
So.
that at any age you can still bring some tantra
Get
into
it
your
in.
life. Who do you think benefited the most from this exercise, Jayla?
I would have to say Kim and Winn.
Kim
She got
and Winn.
inspired.
She did.
She put her hair in a
Hair up in a
ponytail.
ponytail.
She was feeling
She
like a
got into it.
schoolgirl. You know.
It's been a minute for her, and I feel like she's ready to kind of jump back on the horse. But
She's been ready.
see, but the issue I see here is like Kim and Winn both are like, we want to be intimate, but yet none of them are being intimate with each other. We even saw this episode ended with them at opposite sides of the bed.
I feel like it's awkward for them. They
I
probably don't know
think-
how to actually initiate it on their own, at least not yet. Maybe with a little alcohol or a lot of alcohol in Kim's case. But as of right now, I don't think that they're there yet.
I think it's a health issue.
A health issue.
Give Winn a blue pill, and he is.
Ernest can lend him some.
But he's not going to live long. His heart's already bad. He can't do that.
Don't speak death on that man.
There has to be like some naturopathic, like give him some horny goat's weed, give him some
He doesn't need
maca,
that. The
like
heart
just
is
something.
bad. The heart is bad. He can't have
But the heart wants what it wants.
Listen, okay, Selena.
You got to stimulate the heart. Just get a little whipped cream, put it right on his chest where his heart is. And, you
Listen,
know.
he has a pacemaker. If that goes out, you're gonna have the
Ooh,
Energizer
no.
bunny. No Energizer bunny there. So like, what can you do? It's a health scare.
I don't think Kim's ready to lose another man.
Yeah, it's
That's
too
when-
soon for her. That's why she's
Yeah.
like, if I touch everything I touches dies. So I'm gonna like stay far
I
away
wanna
from
preserve
this.
this
Yeah,
one.
we're not gonna cuddle in the bed. You're gonna stay over there because I don't need to wake up you. You wake up dead too, and I'm gonna be sad.
Oh, you know what? She's probably waiting until they get off camera. Like she says, she doesn't like to give out too much of herself, especially on camera. And you know, there's cameras laced through the whole bedroom and through the whole house. So
She was very resistant. Yeah. I think she's ready to freak it up though.
yeah, it's a big build up right now for a climax.
I like the way you did with that one.
I like the way he set that
I
up.
know.
What did you guys think of Aubrey and Polly this week? I feel like they were actually, they said it. They weren't the train wreck of the week.
Yeah, they're fun. Like Dr. Ish said, when they're good, they're really good. And like this was an example of them being really good, and they're really comfortable with each other and themselves sexually, and that shows. Like they were having the time of their life. This was probably their favorite challenge thus far.
Of course.
But I think that's what their relationship is it's more physical and sexual, and it's not very intimate, and it's not very, friendship, which I think is very important in a relationship. And I think that's where that's why all the other challenges seem to be really tough for them, because the other challenges focused on communication and commitment, whereas this one was all about sex. And I think they definitely have the sex part down. They even talked about having, their makeup sex is the best sex.
I bet.
Now, do you agree with that?
that
makeup sex is the best sex.
I think it can be. I mean, it really depends on the passion and the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, and between them two, because it gets volatile, so I know that there's definitely some choking and some slapping that goes on with that.
Oh, well, Polly, if you have that footage, send it along with Chris's footage.
He definitely likes, he liked when Des jumped in the water and was kind of just like free and like let her hair get wet. And I think that's an issue with Aubrey, is like she doesn't like to let her extensions get messed up and she's a little too pristine.
Does she wear? You think she wears like a full face to bed and like?
Oh, probably.
Aubrey is a human Bratz doll. Like literally, look at a Bratz doll. She looks like a Bratz doll.
Yeah, like the lip. It's funny though, because like that
but
was
that's
like
sexy.
Bratz
That's
dolls.
sexy.
Ish. It depends.
Yeah, like the bombshell thing is sexy. That's what he likes.
I feel like she was pretty in Danity Kane though, more naturally.
Yeah, she was definitely pretty in Danity
She
Kane.
still is pretty to me. I think she's gorgeous.
See, she didn't have to get
Yeah.
like the double shot of Botox. She could have just got the single.
I just want 2 mediums. Can I have a
But
medium?
it was a buy one get one free sale, Byron.
Yeah.
She had to go all the way. She had to commit to it.
It's an investment. She could save one for next year. One this year, one next year.
They were trying to sell out. It was gonna go bad, and she had to just get it in.
Well, they got a customer with her.
She's a customer for life. Okay, so should we talk about Quani and Puma?
Yes, and to go back, I feel like they're the ones who grew the most from the exercise, not even sexually, but just on an understanding communication level, because they definitely got a lot closer after that. Because like Puma was vulnerable for once, like super vulnerable.
Yeah, what did you
I
think, Jayla?
agree. Seeing her walk off, it goes back to that. Like, if something gets too tough, you just get up and walk away. And she's like, I'm trying to grow, but doesn't really allow herself to do that by just walking off. She doesn't really get like where she's going with it, I would say.
Do you think that this exercise was comfortable for Chris?
Hell no.
No.
Nothing that has to deal with sex is comfortable for Chris.
How often do you think they're actually having sex in their relationship?
They probably schedule it for every Monday or
Yeah,
Wednesday.
every Wednesday after like, Pilates.
Right.
Put the kids to bed
After they watch Friends.
before Seinfeld, because they're not into Seinfeld. Yeah, I think, again, I want her to just like release the inner Kraken and just like be free. But he just continues to dismiss her.
But it's like I said, it starts with your appearance. If you see her wearing Avon lady stuff, that's not sexy. But if I'm walking around with my
Maybe
boobs
he
pushed
thinks
up
it's
and-
sexy.
Yeah.
Do you think he thinks it's sexy, or is it conservative enough to bring around the golf club buddies?
Well, the golf club buddies, they might be the ones that's getting it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like, because, they were on The Bachelor, so maybe, I feel like if anything, all right, I'll just put it this way. I don't think they're going to last. I feel like she's going to get tired of him and she's going to leave him. He's not satisfying her the way she wants to be satisfied. She wants somebody who's going to be rough, who's going to go Tarzan in the
told
bedroom.
you.
He does
She
not
likes
do
to get
that
smacked
at all.
around.
Yeah, he don't do that. I don't think that's good for us. That's just not my thing. It doesn't turn me on. Like, that's corny.
He is so corny, and I just hate that there's no like self-awareness. Like he doesn't realize that he's part of the problem at all. Like I don't even think he realizes why he's there.
Yeah.
He probably feels like he's there to fix her.
Yeah, that she's the one that's having issues in the relationship, and so we're here to help you work through your issues.
He's
honey.
gonna get left at the podium at the end. Watch.
Or do you think she'll be the type that sticks around? Like,
She
it's like,
better not.
I committed to him and I just need to stick it out, and she just stays in an unhappy marriage for the kids.
There's more
She
fish
might.
in the sea. There's more Chris in the sea.
I mean, she had a whole show with a bunch of suitors.
I know. I have their numbers on block. And it's like, okay, well, this one ain't work out. I got 25 other ones.
Yeah,
so.
see? She's kind of down.
And first off, she's pretty. And just from us seeing this show, we see that she has that other side to her as well. So she's pretty and she can be freaky too. So just leaving this show, she's going to have so many more bachelors in her
The
DMs.
DMs, yeah, definitely.
Do you think that she's very Avon because of Chris, and like she feels
Yep.
like this is what
Absolutely.
he's comfortable with?
Absolutely.
But without him, she would, unbutton a few buttons.
She would be
Yeah.
free. Right now, she's a caterpillar. She's trying to turn into a butterfly.
Yeah.
But she's stuck
She's
in that
a,
cocoon.
she's a, what do you say? A butterface. Everything look, no? Okay.
She got a pretty face though.
Yeah, okay, sorry. That was,
that one just slid right off.
sorry, okay.
It slid right
I don't know the word for it. It's like, how do you say it? Like everything's good. Maybe the opposite.
Yeah,
Butter
she's the opposite of a
She's a
butterface.
butter clothes. Everything looks good, butter clothes.
Do you think Kim and Winn are gonna spice things up now after we've kind of gotten them to loosen up a bit? Like Kim was very resistant to do the exercise and to get into a position. Even though Winn had to kind of lay down on the couch in order for them to facilitate. But what do you think? Do you think this will help their relationship?
No, not from what we've seen at the end of the episode. They were just like east and west, So it was fun while it lasted. It was good TV. It was like a good exercise. We did something that's fun, summer camp.
Yeah.
But there ain't nothing happening.
I made a macaroni necklace, but we're never gonna wear it.
Got a T-shirt. It's gonna sit around.
I think the opposite. I say wait till day 11. You know why? There's only 10 days. So wait till day 11. Day 11, they're gonna get it in.
No, day 11's like, I'm tired. The cameras are
All
done.
right, got my paycheck. I'm out.
Peace.
Do they live together, like outside of the show?
No.
I don't think they live together.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah,
Or not happen.
I don't understand like what is lacking here in this relationship with them. Like, is it like she keeps saying chemistry, but I feel like there was chemistry when they were in the positions together, and obviously they're both looking to be intimate with each other. But what do you think is holding them back, Jayla?
I would have to say the whole, like, it goes back to the kids or baggage, just certain things that were said or like words that were exchanged throughout the whole like experiment so far. And Kim's done this already. He likes to drink. She can't drink. It's a lot of disconnect there. And I feel like with older couples, they're not really into it for the sex. They've already done that. They've already had, like,
Mama
older
D and
kids.
Ernest are really into it.
I don't know. I guess most older couples that I've seen, they're not really like, they're just there for the companionship.
And what age do you
They're
stop
not
having
trying to
sex?
break a hip.
What age do you stop having sex, though? Is there an actual age? I was wondering, too, like, what age do people really just stop being interested?
I guess there is no age, because, I've seen a couple of...
Surrey, what age do people stop having sex?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably like 50s, 60s, I would assume.
That's what I think. As soon as it's time for me to start getting a colonoscopy, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm getting there now.
You should be getting those regs. On the regs.
Do y'all hear that? Get them on the regs.
Get a colonoscopy
at like 40 though. At 40.
You don't want to have prostate cancer. Now this turned into a PSA. You see what you did, Byron?
Right.
We went from dirty talk to colonoscopies.
That's still dirty talk. We got to inform the people.
Got to keep that anal healthy. So what do you think Mama D and Ernest, their issue is now? Obviously it seems like sex and intimacy seem to be, it seems to have improved and, they're into it, but like, I don't know, they still have such a volatile relationship.
Yeah, I don't think it really improved their relationship. It's just a fun exercise for the day, to be honest. Like, we're going to go back to our same old riffraff, but it was fun. It took us out of our like concentration mode.
Yeah.
We are faced to to deal with sex. It's an uncomfortable topic. Let's do it. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Moving on. I'm still going to brush upside the head tomorrow.
What did you think of what the original challenge was supposed to be? So at the end of the episode, we got to hear from some of the crew and the producers
We did.
said that the original challenge was supposed to be
Spot my junk. Yeah.
And they were supposed to mold their junk and then have it on display throughout the house, and you had to eventually guess your partner's junk. Do you think that was too much?
That is
Yes.
too much, but I would have been around for that. I'm like, I know it's bad, but put them in my office. I'm just trying to see something.
I would be trying to guess all of them. I'd be like, I think that's Winn, and that's Chris, and there's Aubrey D.
Some people would have went home after that.
Yeah.
I would say some people would have went home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris would have lost it. He's like, I'm not showing it. I can't fit it.
I
But like
just can't do it,
Adam
babe.
Freeman did say, he said, I tried it at home, and my wife wears it as a keychain.
Which is, why would they even try it at home? They weren't
But
needing
why-
to
but
guess
that means
anybody's
he's-
junk.
Producers have to test everything, just
Oh,
like
yeah,
they
yeah,
said
yeah.
with the chorus that had the electricity and stuff. They had to test it all.
Eesh.
But I would do that at home.
You would just mold it for fun?
Yeah, I would just sit in a couple
And
of...
just display it as like
Yeah.
a, coffee table
Yeah, you
conversation
call it the,
piece.
It's
Just
like a coffee table. Yeah, you have it in the middle. You
put
shine
some
up really
flowers out of
nice.
it.
Yeah.
There you go. Make it into a nice vase.
What would you call it though?
You would call it art.
Yeah.
That's all
Art.
you can call it.
That's
at the
it.
moment.
Slap
Okay.
some flowers in it. It's art.
So aside from Chris and Des, who I think we've really hit hard this week, Puma and Quani seem to have been the couple with the biggest issue. We saw in between the two challenges that they were having a conversation, and Quani kept telling Puma that like they don't have sex that often because she's tired. You know, she works Monday through Friday. She's a mom. She has the kids. Like she's busy, and she just doesn't want. She gives it to him when he wants it, but she doesn't want to give it to him all the time. Whose team were you on? Byron K.
Oh man, that's tough because I really like them both. I really feel like Puma's learning his position now in this relationship. Like it's like more 50-50 than most other relationships. They both wear the pants a lot of times. And I feel like Quani is actually like the hidden gem. She's like a superstar, really. And I feel like that kind of, as a male, I feel like that kind of puts a damper on his ego because it's supposed to be him. Like I feel like coming into this show, he felt like it was more so about him and she was going to be kind of his accessory. But now it turns out like we're seeing like that Quani is basically Superwoman. She's super mom. She's doing everything. And now he's kind of having to like reposition himself and be able to compliment her. And he's finally starting to understand it. So I feel like that's why their relationship is starting to slowly progress.
Jayla, Team Puma or Team Quani?
I would definitely say Team Quani this week. Only because, like, she's starting to realize her own strength. And as a woman, you're supposed to do that before a relationship and then sometimes during it. And if something goes good or bad, you take a step back and realize, like, okay, outside of TV, outside of all of this, what is my main purpose, you know? And for Quani, she said she wants to grow. She needs the support. But I think the support comes from within and not Puma.
Yeah. I think and we saw it within the second exercise this week, that he really wants affection and, you know, that emotional connection more than he wants the physical sex. And I think he just is asking to be appreciated. And I mean, is it fair to even fault her for that, being that she's kind of overextending herself already?
Yes, if he's willing to take the doctor's advice and actually support her and her bodily needs. If he's doing that, then she's able to give more in return.
But there's no breaking up, though. They have so much time and stuff invested.
They're not breaking up.
They're not going to break up.
Yeah, no, they're going to stick it out. I think there's too much love there to just give it up. Yeah. But what do you think about the doctor's suggestion of scheduling out their sex?
Perfect. I like it.
You want to schedule? Well, I mean...
It don't have to be crazy.
Know.
It don't have to be, okay, Wednesday at 7:02 p.m. after I put the kids to sleep. It's like, all right, let's try like Wednesday night or something like that.
Put it in the Google Cal.
Exactly.
No, I'm like this. I'm like, open the door, bam. What are you doing?
Anytime.
Anytime.
Just ready for it.
Yeah, it's like, we're in church right now. Don't do that.
That's what the confessionals are for. No one's supposed to go in there, and homeboy can't tell anybody. He's sworn to Jesus. I definitely think it'll probably help them. The fact that, you know, her body, like they said, her body will be able to kind of set its timer so that it knows, like, okay, it's sex time. I mean, that feels just a little too corporate, you know, just not sexy to like schedule it out so your body is ready for it.
What he needs to do is stop asking her for it for a longer time than she's used to him not asking, so that she feels sympathetic. Then she comes to him like, babe, you haven't asked for sex.
That's
not even sympathetic.
Problems.
Not even sympathetic, but just to build that tension.
No.
Delayed gratification.
That's going to cause problems because they mentioned in the episode that, you know, if they're not getting it from there, they automatically assume they're getting it from somewhere else.
Is that a valid argument though?
Yes.
In a relationship?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to be in a relationship and you're going to commit to somebody, then like you don't have the option to get it somewhere else. Like that's the commitment that you made.
But that's the ideal thing. But since they have history.
Look, he has two hands. He does not need to be going out to a strip club to be picking up some hoe.
Well,
those hands don't do it all the time, though. Those hands don't do it. It's your hands.
Well, then you can ask Kim to borrow some toys. She's got a few.
True.
Kim.
You got to dust them off.
I'm sure one of them has a feather to dust
Why y'all
off.
keep playing Kim with the dust thing?
Because
she said it's been a minute.
You got to crank that thing up first. You got to crank it
But
up
she might have a
first.
feather dust. First off, she has the toys. The toys do all the dusting and polishing for her.
I mean, if Winn's not going to handle it, she's got to find some duster buster.
So who do you think is the one holding that from happening, her or Winn?
Her.
I think it's her, yeah. I think
Because the power of...
I don't think she's that into Winn is the issue, and that's why she can't give it up to him. I think she also went through her relationship that ended, and her ex-husband that passed away. So I think there's like an emotional block, but I don't think Winn is willing to kind of like get through that
And then there's
Or willing to.
menopause. And
Yeah,
then
and
there's
then there's
other
menopause.
things.
Have they even kissed? Like, have we seen them do any type of kissing?
Very awkwardly.
Yeah. It's just like lips.
And that's my thing. I feel like it's been so long that they haven't really done anything to where now it is awkward to do it.
Yeah.
It's just like if you have been doing something for a while, it's hard to stop it. It's hard to stop a habit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You get caught up in that cycle and then you don't know anything else. And then, yeah, you can't change the dynamic that easily. All right. Well, it sounds like they need some advice. So why don't we share the best advice we got this week?
Oh,
It's some
it is
counselor's
time.
corner. You and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me about sex. So what would you say is the biggest sex advice that or your biggest takeaway sex advice from the therapist this week, Jayla Roxx?
My biggest, okay, let's see. What did I get out of this? Actually, I would have to say, like, I'm gonna put a spin on my own thing here. The scheduling of the sex, if you love somebody and you want to make it work and you want to get those gears turning and you want to keep your man or woman or both, just give it to them whenever.
Spontaneity.
True.
Yeah.
I think it's sexy, yeah.
I get it. But I mean, they're a different case, though, because she does so much and she wants to be Superwoman, so she has to be super scheduled.
That's why I like your point about, like, he needs to take it away for a minute to
Yeah.
create that, like...
It actually does work. It builds anticipation. Delayed
She's like, why
gratification.
haven't you paid attention to me? I need to, like, fix myself up to get your attention because you haven't been handling business.
I don't know. I'm just like...
Or do you think it'll make her too comfortable to the point where she won't, like, she'll just become disinterested altogether?
Listen, everybody wants it. She wants it too. She's gonna want it eventually.
Okay, I'll give it to you. What was your counselor's corner takeaway, Byron K?
Okay, the biggest thing I learned was basically from Judge Toller. She basically told Puma to shut up and listen, and she didn't just tell him. She duct taped his mouth. But I'm basing that off of Quani's reaction afterwards. All he had to do was literally just shut up and listen, and he wrote it down. He used the whole love thing that they said, listen, understand, and validate. He did all of those. He even mentioned it. And that right there, it got him forehead kisses. She's like, oh, she pulled the tape off. She felt all sympathetic. And he got the makeup sex. So that's what I'm saying.
See, maybe he doesn't need to make her wait. He just needs to put duct tape on his mouth more often.
Oh, well, that could work too.
Duct tape is always a good idea.
Puma, send me that footage with Polly and Chris. I'll be waiting.
Lots of footage.
Send her all
on
the
way.
footage.
All in the DMs. I think my biggest takeaway, I think in general, it was the theme of, like, we have to get uncomfortable. And that was the point of making everybody, one, play truth or dare and do these very outlandish dares in front of the group. And then have to get in these awkward sex positions in front of everybody. Because, like, you have to get uncomfortable in order to move past that discomfort. And I think my biggest piece of advice is if your sex life isn't healthy in the bedroom, it won't be healthy anywhere else.
Tell it. Amen.
Which is true.
So speaking of getting uncomfortable, let's play a game of truth or dare. And, just, if you're down for it.
Okay, Jayla, truth or dare?
Oh, wait, I got to go first? Okay.
Which is your game.
Oh, see, I talked myself into it. Okay, truth.
Okay, go, Byron K. What do you want to ask her?
He's putting you on the spot.
Okay, which one of the boot campers would you most likely take home?
Oh, okay.
Only get one.
I only get one?
Only one.
Only one.
I'm greedy. Okay. If I had to take home one of the marriage boot camp reality stars, I would have to go with the obvious choice.
Of course.
It's Pauly D.
Yeah.
Only
Pauly D
because
is a
I need to
freak.
see what the D stands for. Is it disappointment or?
No. If you remember Jersey Shore, he got it in with Jenny J. Wow, like in the first season, and she said that it was big and it was pierced.
Oh, that's right.
The time has changed,
He's gotten older.
Yeah.
It may not be pierced, but the other thing would still be true, right?
Well, Pauly, if you're listening, I'll be in Vegas at your residency.
Your residency.
Okay, your turn.
My turn, truth or dare? Truth. Okay, come on.
No, you
Anyway.
asked.
Okay.
Come on, Jayla. This is your game. You got to be ready for
okay.
it.
Truth. So,
Uh-oh, now I'm scared.
I'll keep it easy. I'll keep it wrapped into the episode. Would you put your junk in a Spot My Junk container and sport it around the house?
I mean, why not? You got to have confidence in
It's
yourself.
a
You just got to embrace
masterpiece.
it. Yeah, exactly. It will
Okay.
be a masterpiece. And, you know,
Until your mom comes over.
I mean, she's seen it when I was a baby. It's your mama.
Once
She's going to
again,
love you
times have
regardless. All right, Byron K, you're up.
So you have to do the dare now.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I have to? Okay. Okay. There.
Go for it, Jayla.
Oh, okay.
This is your game.
Well, I dare you to...
You have to do it on your Insta story after the show.
Oh, there you go. Now you have to plug it.
Okay.
So everyone will have to go and follow you afterwards to find out.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jayla, you have to dare.
So just so y'all know, Instagram, if I do something stupid or goofy, it's because they
Yes,
told me to.
We will put it on our Instagram, so we'll stay tuned for that.
I'm posting this clip
After the
first
show.
before I do the dare.
I'll give him his dare later.
Well, while there's so much anticipation, why don't we slide into predictions? Byron, what was your...
There we go.
Ooh, there we go.
I was like, where was it?
Predictions. Byron, what is your biggest prediction for next week?
Oh, my biggest prediction for next week.
They said it's going to be the biggest week. There's like a surprise guest.
Yeah.
Something is happening.
Chris is going to lose a lot of friends.
Why?
Because Chris, first off, something's just off about him. Like, I feel like there's a reason why he seems so, like, I don't want to say possessive because it's not necessarily that, but he has like this silent ego about him. And it's like they're slowly peeling back these layers. So I feel like the right layer is going to get pulled back. Like, they're going to pull his card and they're going to find out that he's a Hallmark, word to Drake. And it's going to get real.
What's that? Hallmark? Oh my God, I get it. Like the card. Like he's going to pull his card.
Okay.
Okay.
I see that. Jayla, what's your biggest prediction for next week?
Okay, so my prediction next week, I definitely have to say that everybody's going to be like emotional, of course. There's going to be that one person. So for me, I would say this would be the moment, the pivotal moment when Kim and Winn face their problems and figure out like what their issues are in the relationship.
I mean, it's about time.
It's
They don't
about
have much time left.
It's about damn time. So
What do you mean by that? They don't have much time. You mean in the season or?
No, I mean, they're getting old.
it's a health issue.
Okay.
It's an age
Exactly.
thing.
It's the pacemaker.
It's the pacemaker. I think my biggest prediction for next week, I'm really curious to see who the surprise guest is.
You think it's just one person, or
Oh, it could be
I
more
think
than
it's
one.
the exes or
Yeah.
something like that.
I
There's
think it's-
always the exes somewhere.
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be an ex. I think it may even be Aubrey's ex from when she was last on the show.
Maybe.
Who was
Because Aubrey's done the show before
right?
with a
Who
different
was he?
ex. I don't remember who
Travis
he was.
Garland is
Yeah.
who she dated.
We'll see. I think it's going to be. I'm with you. I think it's definitely going to be an ex of some
Well,
sort.
I can't wait to see it.
It's going to be juicy.
I'll have my wine ready and
Get the wine and the popcorn ready. It's going.
the popcorn.
The producer said it was going to be a juicy. This is the biggest week where there's always at least one
Yeah.
meltdown.
Yes, I can't wait.
That's going to be good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Marriage Bootcamp After Show. I'm Zack Peter. You can keep up with me at Just Plain Zack across all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Go follow me. Where
And
can they
watch
hit you,
me
Jayla?
flex on the gram. Follow me at Who is Jayla Roxx, and that's with 2 X's, 3 if you're nasty.
What's up? It's Byron K. You can find me anywhere in the world at Hero from the 90s.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.